Hi, good evening, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. How are we? Hello, Jennifer. Jennifer GR. Hello, how are you? Able to catch you live. Hiya, and welcome to you too. Welcome, welcome. That's lovely, Richard, by the way. Richard, who sits in the background, who you may not hear, does all the techie stuff. So if I suddenly go, Richard, what was that? Or I suddenly speak all of a sudden, and it's not to you guys, it's talking to Richard. So just to let you know, and I haven't got earphones in, so he's not telling me anything either. So or anything like that. So hello, how are we? Are we all stuffed to the gunnels? Are we all drunk out? Because we still got New Year's to go. Come on, guys, we can do this. Get it together, we can do it. So yes, how much food can we consume in a week? Quite a lot by the looks of it. So for me anyway, personally. So hello, I'm Emily Baker. I am a spiritual medium. I'm a psychic artist, and I'm also the creator of these lovely cards called perceptionary cards. Okay, so I'll just throw them up in front of my face. There we go. So yeah, so we've had kind of it's a full moon. We're still in that full moon phase, so energies are up and everything like that. So who else have we got online tonight as well? Let's see who else we've got. Jeanette, hello Jeanette, hello, happy new year. I know we're coming into the new year. I know I'm going out tonight, just like to point that out. I'm going to go and hear a pre-New Year's Eve concert. Get that. Sam B, hi Sam, hello, Raincloud. Hi Janice, Rosalind, Raincloud, Trudy, Sandra, hello. Take it. Trudy, hello Trudy. You would appreciate reading. Yep, we'll see how it goes. We'll first off start with the cards. Janice, hello, Janice, as well. Now, for those who've seen me before, hello, Kim. It's just a case of I'm going to need some numbers. And the first one will be about 1 to 49. Serendipity. I like serendipity. Hello, got a new picture, I think. Rabbit and a cat. No, you had that before. You had that before. Tortoise love. Hello. What I remember with Emily, she's not choosing a person to read for. Instead, she's channeling soul's energy while drawing them. And people can relate it or take it or not. I love that way. Fabulous. Thank you, Tortoise Love. That's lovely. Yes, it is. It is. It's not picking on one person, actually. So I give what I get. Hello, Rosalind. That's the best way to describe it, really. Rain cloud. Hello. But for the clouds, it kind of randomly gets picked at who. It's like a bingo. Sandra. Hello, Sandra. Susan. Hello. You're glad to be here today. Oh, I'm glad. I'm so privileged that you're here. I feel very privileged that you're all here listening to me. Hello. Hello, Reagan. Christine, hello. Oh, she's got a New Year bauble. She's got a bauble going on, 2024. Oh, she's looking forward to it. Right. Shall we crack on then? Hello, Stacey. Stacey, you've changed your picture as well. Got different hairstyle going on. That's good. Liking it, liking it. Sheila, all from Texas, USA. Right. So with the perceptionary cards, Janet's given me number 11. Okay. Now, Janet, since you've given me a number, we'll go for you. 2, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right. So I'm just going to, nice card, Janet. Going to just switch this around so you'll be able to see the card. Just bear with me. Okay, can you see the card? Yeah, fabulous. Now, we just need to decide which way round it goes. So this is where I asked for Richard to decide. Oh, spinning. There, it's going that way around. Okay, so that is the top, that is the bottom. Or oh, okay, so this is the top and that's the bottom. Yep. Good, excellent. Just checking. Just checking. Right. Normally, when I get to look at the picture on the screen, I get to see something completely different to what I do in reality. So Jeanette. So Jeanette, sorry, Jeanette, I keep on calling you Janet. I do apologize because I know you're probably screaming, going, no, it's Jeanette. Right. Oh, I tell you what I can see firstly. It's just around in this section, I can see a horse. Okay, now for you that will actually be upside down, so that again, that's the bottom and that's the top, so I can see it here. Okay, Rich is just going to see if he can flip it over, so that it's we're both looking at it the right way, so therefore it'd be a lot easier. It's very confusing.com. But yes, I can see the horse, and the horse has got the mouth open, so again it's just in this section here. Fabulous. And for me, that's very much a case of being able to show the sturdiness. But because the horse looks like it's actually running or moving, I'd say that there is actually, like that wild horses and not keeping you tamed. It has that kind of a feeling to it. Not keeping you tamed, actually, that's a very good description. Not keeping you tamed. It's almost as though people are trying to hold you back, but you're not wanting to be held back. In this section here, in the middle section where it's kind of quite white, I feel as though that is actually just showing me that you've collected all of this information over the year, and now you're going to use it to the best of your ability. So, and I know for a lot of people, 2024 is not going to be a year of sitting still and doing nothing. It's going to be a year of let's get on with it. We've made our goals, we've made our plans, we're going to stick to them. Let's go for it. So it is going to be much like that. Over here, Jeanette, I don't know, I just suddenly saw what looked like a boar's head, and it's quite difficult to see, but there's its nose, there's a little bit of an eye and an ear, and I know it's a boar because it's quite fluffy, or a wild pig or something along that line. Now, fabulous, I'm glad that you see it. For me, that is more to do with rooting out things. Okay, right. Pigs are intelligent. Boars are intelligent. All right. I am not going to say that you're not stupid or anything like that. They're intelligent. They can sniff out things when they need to sniff out things. I mean, if you just think that you have a pig for finding truffles, go out to France and stuff like that. They're worth a fortune. And also they are very much a grounded animal. And if you think about also, they have got their weight to them as well. All right, so there is wealth depicted with pigs as well, and you're probably thinking, why, where does that come from? Well, if you have a look at the stock markets way back in the 1980s, definitely in the 1990s and stuff, they often looked at pork belly, weirdly enough, as an indicator of how rich a place is. If you look at Trading Secrets to My Success, they talk about that as well. So, and then you make a silk purse out of a sow's ear, things like that. We associate the boar and the pig along with wealth as well. So I do feel as though there's a comfortability around about with money. That's a good word. Comfortability. Is that a word, by the way, comfortability? Richard's tuned out now. He's not replying. Oh, isn't that okay? Comfortability, is that a word, Richard? Yes. If not, it is now. Um, I've decided it's a word now, even if it isn't. It's a word. Comfortability. Is it? Oh, is it? Oh, who knew? I thought I was making up a new word. Shucks. Oh, such a shame. Also, the other thing I do see as well is that, yes. Okay. Comforters. Yes, I get that. But comfortability, maybe not. Okay. All right. No, that's fair enough. Richard's just saying comfort is the word. Ability, maybe not. The other thing I see in this section here is about strength, actually. And I do feel as though it's very much about the spiritual side of it, Jeanette. as well. I do see that there has been growth, and I do feel as though there will be more growth there for you as well, more learning and more growth about yourself, but they will be nicely integrated in all the aspects that you actually cover at the moment. So for me, if I'm looking at this for 2024, and especially at the beginning of 2024, I say you've got all of the tools to go ahead. There is you feel like you're almost being held back. You're wanting to run and go for it, and run like a wild horse, not to be tamed back and not to be held back. It feels like that. So if you've got a quiet moment at the moment and you're thinking, oh my gosh, 2024 is, it's going to be, just make the plans now, Jeanette. While you have the space, while you have the time, make those plans, make those goals, so that you can aim for them high and dry as well. So no, it's a lovely card. And don't forget, also in here is a lot of blue. So it's about communicating, not just with yourself, but also with others around you as well. Okay, so hopefully that made some sense for you, and that you like that. Okay, so, and I'm upside down. Oh, he switched me back. Fabulous. Switched me back. Right, so let's shuffle the cards. Let's shuffle the cards. Thank you, will do. You're more than welcome, Jeanette, as well. So let's just shuffle the cards. So can we have another number, please? And I'll pick a card. And Richard, can we have number 35, tortoise love, 35. Don't be afraid to count the cards till it's number. I know. I do count the cards. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24, 26. I've got 26, 28, 32, 34, 35. Right. Okay, lovely. Let's have a look. Oh, interesting. So I suddenly sounded like the goblin then. Is it from Precious? Hello, my Precious. Interesting. Yes, anyway, we won't linger on that too much. It sounds a bit too creepy. Anyway, there we go. So Richard's going to tell me which way it needs to go. I quite like it that way, actually, but that way round, yeah. Fabulous. I've got it reversed, but okay, I'll go with what's on the screen. Right, okay, tortoise love. Colors matching your picture on YouTube. By the way, if you are thinking where is everybody from Facebook land, Facebook has blocked SPTV. Boo. So yes, so you're the privileged lot, so just remember that. So thank you so much. We really do appreciate you joining us as well. Right, so tortoise love, what's been going on with you? Okay, do you know, I look at number 35, that how you've written it, and I know you've put down stars around it, but for me, there's kind of, it's a special number for you as well. I know, it is interesting. For me, when I'm looking at that 35, it felt as though it was a very poignant number for you. It was a very, it's not a birthday, obviously, because it's 35. It's outside of the birthday dates, but it's very much one of those numbers where it's like, that's your go-to number. That's a significant number. That's the word I'm looking for. Significant number. And in fact, actually, again, for you, I wanted to put coins around it. So, don't know. I have no idea, but there we go. Now, what I'm seeing on the screen and what I see in real life are two very separate things going on, okay? So I'm going to go by what you guys are seeing on the screen. Now, this is really... Oh, okay. Right, okay. So I've got that at the top and top. Fabulous. Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you. So this bit here, I know it's coming up as being blue, but it's not. It's actually a very dark, almost grey colour. Now, don't be afraid of that, okay? That colour there is very much a mingling of all colours. If someone goes and says, oh, well, I'm getting to see black around you, and this black bit here and that black bit there. Remember, black is made up of all of the colours. So it's very much, you've encompassed all of the colours. And it's the same with white. Okay, with black, you can actually see all of the colors because they're all there. With white, you can't see them, and you need an extra light or a prism to be able to shine out those colors. So that's the difference between the black and the white. So let's not be afraid of that bit there. Because most people seem to be, and I don't get it when it comes up in a card. So the other thing I wanted to point out was this lovely green banding here, this green banding which has got some blue in it as well. For me, the blue is, like I said before, about communication, but it can also, especially with it being mixed in with green, is about healing. All right, so I think you've gone on a bit of a journey, and you're still going on through that journey, Tortoise, about learning to perhaps love it. Indigo, yes. Without the darkness, we would not know the light. Exactly. Confucius says exactly. Sorry, I'll behave. But yes, it is. You need both sides. It's like yin and yang. You need the one with the other to offset each other. Absolutely. But this period, it feels like it kind of comes in and out of your sphere, Tortoise, about this needing to heal, and but it's a growth thing as well. For me, this is about wisdom. So there is a noticing about a wisdom about you, much like what you've written, without the darkness, we would not know the light. The light green up here, that's very much about learning. It's like, oh, let me take it all in. This part here is much more about the grounding. It's working with it, using it, especially with this bit here, and communicating. Blue, like I said before, it's about communicating, but it's also to do with emotions. This is why I'm saying this is much more on the emotional level, much more deep-rooted stuff that may be coming up and down, in and out, not always staying around. So don't feel as though you're going to be burdened with it, all right? I feel as though it's very much an integration, all right? Can I just point out, I'm now throwing this face at the moment, which you cannot see, but I love the vocabulary. So whoever's with me, thank you very much. It's beautiful vocabulary tonight. Now, here comes your grounding bits. Very important, because when we are often inwardly looking, and we are sometimes just looking at ourselves and trying to do the self-help work, we get a bit, what I would call a little bit airy, not grounded at all. Everything's always in the head. Okay, and this is what's wonderful about this, because you've got the groundedness here. This is to root you down, to make sure that you are, it's encompassing everything, and you can see the darkness and the light. You're not confusing one with the other, that you have a reality between the two of them as well. For me here, what I'm tending to see, and you'll probably be able to see it, is like a fox. Now, the fox we often think is cunning and wild, but yes, it is a cunning, but it's able to sniff out what it needs to do and what it's going to be wasting its time on. Okay, this is part of that learning. All right, so again, Tortoise, it's not about, oh my God, I want to learn absolutely everything, because you know you're not going to be able to do that. And it is, again, it is about it's almost like cherry picking, because if you do one bit, that may help you to get to your bigger goal at the end of the day. If you do B over onto the left hand side, oh, sorry, I'm doing gesticulations here, but if you are doing one thing and then you kind of go, yeah, that gets me to goal, but then you see something over on the left hand side and you go, oh, but that looks ever so exciting. Yeah, but where does that take you? Does that take you where you need to be or want to be? All right, so again, it's about you using your energies to the best of your abilities, and also making sure that you're not expelling all of your energies. All right, so you're not tearing yourself apart into a million pieces. Yes, that's an exciting program on lane B, but actually you can do that in a few months' time, and that would be far more beneficial to do it then than right now. Hopefully that makes sense. They are smart. They are smart at the end of the day. You're quite right, Tortoise. They are very smart. And I know that a lot of them have come into towns and cities and things like that, but you know, we've taken up their space. So c'est la vie, who can say? So hopefully that will make a lot of sense for you. Okay, so yes, you'll come in and out of learning, but also do use what you have learned. All right, use the wisdom, practice it, practice what you have learned, because without that, you're not going to be able to retain it. And without that practice, you're not going to know what fits right and what doesn't fit right. And without that practice, you're not going to know if it was worthwhile learning it. I mean, you've learned it. Why not use it? You know, at the end of the day. So hopefully, Tortoise, that makes some sense for you. You've got some work cut out for you for 2024. But I feel unlike Jeanette, hers is full on. This is much more steady, and actually I feel as though you're still going through that whole process. So I think the next few months, yes, it may get ramped up, but it will be steady. Okay, so lovely. We shall move on. We've still got time to do another one. Yeah, fabulous. So normally what I do is to ask Richard to I'll give him a number, and then that's the person who I'll read for. But this time it's whoever's got a number for me, and that he picks it. So yeah, he picks it anyway. So there we go. He just picks it. Okay, so if I went for, how many did you say we got? Yep, 29. So can we go for, I was about to say, let's go for number 30. That's so not helpful. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do number 30 if I haven't spoken to them. So Rich is now going through his numbers. Rosalind, hello Rosalind, 22. Okay, well, we will have a look at card number 22. I'm just shuffling. Card 22. Okay. 2. Just found 2 other extra cards. I'm just going to shove them in. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Ooh. Just to let you know, I do look at the back of the cards, okay? So this is not a card that I'm going to be using, but that's the back of the cards. And I always choose the cards with that back showing to me, not the color sides up, okay? Just to let you know. And I haven't said the most important thing, and that is you can get your own pack of cards through my website, which is emilyjbaker.co.uk. And you can get them from there. Yay! And later on, when I do the art, you can actually then get your artwork. Just email me, and Bob's your uncle. We can sort out all of that, where to send it to and everything. Right. So how's that looking? Looks good. Are we having it that way round? That way. Right. Okay. So is that being flipped? Okay. Flippy. Flip the picture. Now, I also need to make an apology now because I've got a feeling something's going to come out. I've noticed some very odd words coming out from my mouth, and I'm going, I don't even ever say those words. Very weird words have been coming out of me recently, so I'll apologise right now. Anyway, so Richard's now flipped it. So we've got the pinky purples at the top. The blue is here in this section. And then we have this lovely turquoise. So now, Rosalind, can I just say this is a card full of emotion, full of emotions. Number one, for me, this color up here is about, and I know it shows much more blue on the screen, or at least that's how it's looking on my screen, but it's actually very dark, pinky magenta color. For me, that is about your heart. It's a value. Love is one of your core values in life. Okay, for me, that's about wearing it on your sleeve almost. It's like, look what I've got. I've got all this love. I want to give it to everybody, but you do need to play that in a little bit of a reserve. Here we have the blue. Blue, remember, communication and emotions. All right. Now the emotion part is here. It's in this bottom section here. For me, that's coming up as though it is about showing me that because you've got the blue for the communication, but you've also got the green about the learning. It's a lovely emeraldy green. Can I just say this green down here that I'm looking at? Oh, fabulous. Now, just in this section here, I don't know if you can see him, but it looks like a polar bear swimming. Now, polar bears are incredibly strong. They're quiet creatures, okay? Yes, okay, they've been known to attack people, but so is every other creature in the world been known to attack man. But it is mostly that it is either out of food, out of hunger, that they're looking for food, you know, you stepped on their territory. Defensive systems coming into play, but this looks like it's looking for something. All right, so snouting it out, swimming, but going with the flow. And that's what I'm going to say for you is very much important about going for the flow. But I also want to talk about, you've got some decisions going on, Rosalind, is that correct? So if you can put your fingers on the keyboards and let me know. For me, it looks like there's 1, 2, 3 major decisions. All of them are kind of leading you to the same place. So if we have a look, okay, this is what I'm looking at. There's this spike coming here, this line here. There's another line coming straight down. There's a line going off, and then there's a line going up here. Okay, almost looks like a feather, actually. For me, when I'm thank you. For me, when I'm looking at that, that's where you're wanting to lead it. You're wanting to connect all of these together so that it's much more harmonious, easier for you to deal with, because I feel as though you feel like, oh my God, I've been hurt, that's it, I'm going to block it all off, I'm not going to do that. But then I don't get everything out of it if I block everything off, and it's really, really quite tough at times for you, Rosalind. Okay. So yeah, so that's what I'm getting from this card. It's kind of like, well, how do I able to cope with being hurt, wearing my heart on the sleeve, if you like, delving into that, communicating that I love, and then kind of getting back a reaction that you're not expecting either. I think that's also what's been going on, because down here at the bottom of the card, I don't know if you can see, in fact, it's much clearer on the screen than it is on my card. But I'm getting to see a person here, but I'm also getting to see another one here. So it looks like a child. So it's almost like the child within. If you haven't got a child yourself, it's about the child within. And that child within is needing to be cared for, nurtured for. All right. So I do want to speak about the child within. All right. But if you do have children, please don't neglect them either. But it is, for me, this isn't a reading about your children. This is about you, Rosalind. Okay. I do know of one. Children, I take it. I know. So yes, okay. I do know of one. Decision? Was it a decision that you're referring to? Or is it a okay. Anyway, thank you for that. I know I talk a lot, and then I expect you to suddenly go and beep in with all of the information. Right. But I will also say that you will have people around you here. I'm also getting to see another person, but for me, that's about strength. Okay. And I do feel as though people will help you, and they will be there around you. So do not feel alone either in all of this. I do feel, especially over here, it doesn't feel as smooth as you would like it to be. It feels quite mountainous. And so, gosh, I thought I was picking the easy journey. Do you know what? It's all relative at the end of the day, Rosalind. Whichever path you took, it's all relative. Because without those trials and tribulations, much like we can't have the dark without the light and vice versa, you can't know which way to go. Right, so with decisions, okay, so you do know of a decision. Have a look to see, does that help you get to where you're wanting to be? All right. And it may only be a short-term thing, you know. It doesn't have to be forever. You may outgrow that choice. quicker than you think. And you're going, oh my gosh, I've got another decision to make. Gosh, this is so hard. And if you do find it hard as to which way to go, do remember that you have, and I always stick by this, I birthed one child, but take care of two others. Oh, bless you. Okay. Now you will have support for, I'm sure, as well. Definitely around you. Well, can't I give it the sloth? Sorry, someone's given me a teddy bear that I need to give you, and then I want to give you a sloth. And I just feel as though in this corner, down at the bottom here, there seems to be a collection of like toys. Very much so, okay. Now, I didn't see that. Okay. That's okay. So on the screen, I was going to wrap it up there, Rosalind, very quickly, but what's just cropped up on the screen that I hadn't seen before, and this may help you. Remember, I was saying that all of your decisions are leading on to your major goal coming up here, okay? So with that in mind, here, going down here and around, I'm getting to see a gentleman, and here is the arm, and this is where the legs would be. Does that make sense? Right? But I just feel as though, and I can see a gentleman, but very different gentleman to what I'm seeing on the screen. For me, what I'm seeing on the screen is that presence of strength, definite strength. So when you make a decision, you stick to that decision. You are making that decision. Okay. There is a lot of strength behind all of this as well. You are a lot stronger than you give yourself credit for. Yes, you do have that overriding principle that love is a core value for you, and it is almost as though it's a sacred thing. But again, you wear it with pride, yes, because there isn't enough of it and you're happy to give. But I would also say, just also, when you are feeling depleted, remember to receive the love that comes to you as well. Easier said than done when you're a giver. Okay. So yes, a very strong card, very determined card as well. It's a very kind of like, I know it doesn't matter if I take A, B, or C, or D, it's going to take me to where I need to be, which is more towards the top of the card, I feel as though it's like, yeah, it's everything. So that you get a clearer picture. You're also being much more coherent about what it is that you're wanting and looking for as well. Your communication skills have got better. They will only get better as well, because there will come a point when you kind of go, enough is enough. Enough. And that's where that strength comes into play as well. So hopefully that helps you as well, Rosalind. Now, I've got a feeling that Richard's going to tell me in a minute that we're due for a break. Is that right, Richard? Yay, I see I preempted him. He's gone, yep, that's right. It is. So I'm going to just collect these cards and throw them all over the place. And I'm going to say to you guys, if you want to get yourself a quick cup of tea or just make yourself comfy again, and Richard's going to play some ads just to let you know what's coming up, and I shall be back again. All right. Oh yes, Mum, it's been difficult to receive. I know. Just keep in there, Rosalind. Absolutely. And it's hard to receive the love, but remember the love from your children. And I do say your children because I know that you're looking after too, so they will look at you as you're their mother as well. So you have a lot to give, but also remember to receive. Easier said than done. Bless you. All right, guys, I shall see you back in a couple of minutes, I believe. All right. So see you later. See you in a bit. Bye.
MySpiritualDirectory.com is one of the fastest growing online free listing service. Our search directory offers geolocation feature, rating ability, review system, map location, customer comment, YouTube video, gallery, social media sharing, direct contact with the lister, simple online booking and payment system. It's free to register and use. It even creates your own mini web page, which you can update at any time, and yes, it's still free, no monthly or yearly fees. 100% free. Creates your own profile page. Add social media and other links. Add a mini gallery and a YouTube video. rating, reviews, and comments. Includes online booking and payments. So, if you're looking for a medium, or a reader, even a church, maybe a healer, or any other spiritual service, then visit myspiritualdirectory.com.
Tomorrow night from 8 p.m., Deb Clark demonstrates her mediumship by offering free readings.
Hi guys, hello and welcome back. Hello, and I've just seen Deb. Hello, you're on. Hello, you're here. Hello, thank you so much for watching, Deb. I know, and she's put down that the sound is better than on Facebook. Da, da, da. There we go. Right, so I'm going to do some art and serendipity. Can't mix Baileys and wine though. No, you can't. However, do try vodka and Baileys. That does work. It doesn't curdle. All right. Hello, Deb. Okay. So for those mixing, and can I just say, vodka Archer's Malibu, beautiful drink. If you're wanting to water it down, an ice cube. If you're wanting to water it down a little bit more, a little bit of lemonade, or yeah, I'd go for lemonade. All right. So that used to be my favorite tipple, vodka Archer's Malibu, in my youth. But there we go. Right. Yes. Now, just to remind you guys, okay, I know we've had some adverts on, but I just want to remind you, Clara is on tonight at 8 p.m. Please don't miss her. And then our lovely Deb, who's on and watching, Deb Clark, you're on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So yes. So there we go. Oh. And Deb, can you sort out your internet? Richard says, please, can you sort out your internet? Right. Okay. Now, on my screen, I've got a message there from Deb just saying hello to me, which is lovely. And I'm going to start. I do need to start, but before they're already kind of poking me, so I'm going to have to be really quick with this. For those of you who haven't seen me work, this can be anybody from your family, your partner's family, next door neighbors, friends of the family, people that you've gone to school with, worked with, ex partners, all of that. It can be from any sphere of your life, can come through. If you're doing the family tree, ancestors can come through as well. And I have drawn an ancestor recently as well, and they didn't know them. So that can also happen. You don't have to be best pally-pallies for your loved ones to come through. It's a connection with you. It's the message that it's important. Sometimes the faces change from male to female and vice versa. Okay, so just to warn you with that one, I'm getting there. You can also have the picture, the original picture. If you just email me, the details will be below, or you can get me through Facebook at Emily Psychic Artist. I believe, yes, Psychic Artist on Facebook. And you can message me on there. We'll have a little conversation. I can send it out to you. Excellent. I just asked for postage and packaging to be sent out. Okay. Next, let's crack on. Okay. Thank you. I know. I need to get on because I've got somebody here who's really, really impatient. All right. Can I just let them know that I'm not a trained artist? Well, I've done that now. Thank you. So I'm not a trained artist, and I didn't do GCSE art. Art teacher threw me out. I think the English teacher would have liked to have thrown me out as well. Instead, I did physics. It's a shame because I nearly blew up the school. You see, so art would have been the better thing. Kim, hello. I love what you do. Bless you. Thank you. I'm getting on with it. Granddad, I need to talk about a granddad. This is I'm talking to a granddad now. I may not be drawing the communicator, just to let you know. Please bear that one in mind, okay? Right, so moving on. I lost weight. Okay, I know I need to talk to her. He's gone and said, tell her I've lost weight, okay? Before I died, and he had pancreatic cancer. Pancreatic cancer. Cancer of the pancreas. We'll go for that one, thank you. I know, quite painful. Apparently he was in quite a lot of pain with it as well, but he bore it well. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you. It's okay you didn't know that he lost some hair because he didn't have much hair to lose. Right. There we go. Thank you. Oh, that's interesting. I need to let you know he had a metal plate in his head. Oh, that's interesting. Well, it was the only way to fix it because he had a hole in his head. Okay, that's fair enough. I'll go with that. And it was when he was much younger, not in his older days, but he still had the plate in there. But it was when he was younger, he had a plate put in. Okay, so lovely. Richard split the screen so that we can see both me and him. Yes. Right. Do we have anybody who's taking the? Please put your fingers on keyboards if this is sounding familiar in any way. From the way I've got a feeling I've got two people here. This gentleman, I feel when I'm talking to him, I feel as though he's in his 80s, 90s. Okay, so I know that I'm looking at granddad generation. However, I want to talk about a younger person as well because he's definitely poking me, and he's much younger. All right, so I've got two people that will be related, both of them males. I do not have a male and a female, they're both males. All right. And I've got to let you know that I'm pointing at this gentleman here, which is the older gentleman, is looking after the younger. All right. So they are being looked after. She knows who this is. There's somebody out there who knows who this is. So please, please, please put your fingers on the keyboards. I'm going to stop drawing. Can't have the picture. I know I can't do that. I can't do that because they're just shouting at me otherwise. Right. Please let me know if it makes sense. Okay. Doesn't matter at the moment. Any noises out there, Richard? No, are you all gone quiet? Where have you all gone? Okay. Hi all. Hi, Neil. Neil, are we related, by the way? Because I have got Paines in my family and spelt the same way. So just checking. Susan, I may be able to take him and the second gentleman. Lovely. Okay, Susan, I'm going to stick with you. I love the picture. Yes, I know. Right, okay. No, they were just one of the younger ones said, yeah, that's about how your brain is these days, Emily. That picture there sums it all up, Susan. It's just so that's what we have to try to work with. Medium's brain looks like that. I'm going, great, it's a good tea party. Was the reply I got back from that? Okay. Right. I'm going, right. Thank you. Can you also understand, Susan? I'm going to throw out some stuff to you. Please, can you just, if you say yes, can you let me know what you're saying yes to? All right. So thank you. He had terrible problems with his lower back, just above the hip level, but also going into the hips. So nobody ever knew if it was his hips or his kind of almost like the kidney area of the back. Okay, so below the ribs, but above the hips, it's that kind of area that we're looking at. And because he keeps on rubbing it and keeps on making me move around. So he found sitting for too long quite uncomfortable. He wasn't overly tall either. And when I say he wasn't overly tall, he shrunk as he got older, like most of us do. But he's saying that he was of a good height, what, 5'9", 5'10", 5'9", 5'10", but then he lost a few inches as he got older, as well. So he's just giving me that. He had a good life, and he is not upset by the life that he had. Okay, so he's not filled with regrets. The only regrets that he has is that he's left his family. You know, he's left his loved ones here, as well. I haven't done that yet. I know. He's saying thank goodness for that. Well, we're starting. Oh no, I'm aging him up now. You see, so that's what he's having. Okay, now the younger one. I do believe the lower back pain for him, and he is average height, as he said. Great, thank you. Yes, I'm going to. Oh, the younger gentleman, very insistent that you know that he is here. Really, really insistent that you know that he's here and that he's okay. He's absolutely fine. Gosh, he's full of beans. Absolutely full of beans. He was poorly before he passed away. Must be, no, not okay. All right. He said, no, but I was poorly. I feel as though this is a kind of like a 360. So if, you know, before he passed away, he was very lethargic, very quiet, very subdued, very inward. He is now all over the place bouncing, and he's just going, no pain, no nothing. It's no nothing, but he does feel. I have to let you know as well that what you feel is what he feels, and that it's multiplied, it's magnified, it's amplified, everything eyed, if you like. Okay. And he's kind of quite excited. So when you are excited, he's definitely excited. When you are sad, he's definitely sad. He can feel the emotions, and he may not always be able to communicate everything that he wants to get across, but he can feel it. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you. Now, the gentleman, the older gentleman with the plate in his head, he went and said, now there's a funny story that he would always set off alarms. It was quite hilarious. And he would never tell them where the piece of metal is, especially if he was going through one of those scanner things, you know, and metal detectors. Yes, that's it. Because he would always beep and they say, take off your belt. They take off his belt, hold his trousers up, obviously. We wouldn't like any accidents to happen. And then he'd go, no, where is it? Where is it? And eventually he would have to say, well, you haven't checked my head now, have you? So yeah, so I feel as though there's a funny story to go along with that as well. Okay. All right. Okay, thank you. Okay, come on. Oh, what are we doing? Okay. Right. Some questions for me. Oh, Susan, apparently you got some questions for him. Yes, you had a question of whether or not he's around you and that he listens to you. Yes, he does. He does. Do you give him time to respond is my question. And you go, nope. So do bear in mind, they sometimes actually have to work at kind of building up the energy to be able to give you a response, because I think you're looking for a physical response more than anything else as well. Okay. Hopefully this is making sense for you, Susan, okay? Oh my God, remember the story just like that, yeah? See, there we go. I know, he's still laughing about it. He says it's quite hilarious, really. It was his bit of fun, you see. He wouldn't want to let them know everything. And that, oh, thank you, that's it, Susan. All right, sometimes keep your own counsel. Don't tell everybody everything. Let them try to figure it out. Don't be the open plate. Don't be the open sandwich. All right. So that I just feel as though you're giving too much away. Sometimes just kind of keep a little bit for yourself. Keep it inward and then let them guess. All right. And then if they can't guess it, then kind of go, okay, it's this. Only if you want to, though. Right. You may find by keeping your counsel, you don't need to, because you've already sussed them out and kind of going, do you know what? Actually, they don't need to know anything more. They don't. All right. So there's his story about keeping the counsel, about not telling them, letting them guess, let them find out, see if they can work it out. That's quite important for you. Okay, Susan? All right. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay, all right. You know, Susan, right at the very beginning, I said I may not be drawing the communicator, and he's now told me that I'm not drawing him. That should make sense for you, because he's just gone and said, yeah, just tell her it's her uncle. If I just drawn your uncle, Susan. Okay, so that's what he's telling me. So please let me know if that makes sense for you. Well, what's the date? 29th? 29th. 2023, the last time I'm writing, 2023. When I get nervous, I tell everybody around me all the details. Yeah, absolutely. No. If you get nervous, start singing. Just follow who's it? I want to say Mary Poppins, and it's not. It's Julie Andrews, Sound of Music. Actually, what was her name? What was Julie Andrews' character name in The Sound of Music? That's a good trivia question. Anyway, so yes, keeping your counsel. I know Richard's kind of going, Yes, what was her name? What was the character that she played? So yes, now I'm wanting to crack on because I want to have some more time. So there we go. So can you understand that that may be actually an uncle, not one? Yes, she was a Von Trapp. She married the Von Trapp. Maria, wasn't it? Yes, Raven. That's it. There we go. Totally forgot. So yes, I know, useless information. So got feeling Maria. Thank you, Ted. Thank you. So yes, uncle. That's yes, that does look like my. There we go. I've just been told it is your uncle, apparently. So there we go. If you're wanting the original, please do message me. Please do contact me. And I know I had a lady contact me last month for a picture. Earlier on this month, sorry, in December, beginning December. And I will nudge her again as well because I keep the pictures. I may soon not be keeping the pictures. Right. So let's move on while I've still got some time. Okay, just one more thing, Susan. Sorry. Susan, with the young lad, did you give him a teddy bear? Can you understand about a teddy bear? Because he keeps on saying, I've got the teddy bear, I've got the teddy bear, I've got the teddy bear. And I need to let you know he's got the teddy bear. Okay. Right. And he loves the teddy bear, by the way. So you're all right. You're okay. You've done that. You've done well. Okay, let's move on. Okay. Tortoise, question for Emily and her beautiful cards. Thank you. Are you seeing and channeling every time different things in the same particular card? Yes, absolutely. Because it just happens that way. So I can the same card can reoccur 2 or 3 times within readings for people, but I would it's the way up the card goes that person chooses that I get to see different things, and also it will mean different things as well. So yes, it does change with every card. So the card, if you like, there's 49 in the pack, Tortoise. If you can have, so that's 49 cards one way. Because you can have them 4 different ways, that actually works out to being 192 cards. So yes, there we go, you see. Richard's just gone, oh, I know. Because each way round will make a different picture and will give you a different reading. And even if the people had the same reading in the same way, with the same card in the same direction, you will still see different things in it. So yes. Thank you. No, you were spot on with that, Tortoise. Yeah, absolutely. No, you're welcome, Susan. You're welcome. Right. Thank you very much for working with me as well. Right. I'm sorry that they've taken up your time, but they needed to ask the question. I know, but you're here now, so shall we just... I know. Right. Help, I'm new here. Joanne, hello. Hello. Right, Joanne, all it is, it's really, really simple. If you understand what I'm giving, and it's to everybody out there, then just put your fingers on the keyboards and type in. All right. Otherwise, just sit back, relax, and enjoy. All right. So and I welcome you to the channel for first time coming and joining us. Now, I have got a lady here, and can I just say that her patience is that not known of. Can I also say that she has definitely got the matriarchal kind of presence with her, you know, the one where thou shalt do what I say and not do what I do as well. She's very much impatient. She wants me to crack on with things. Okay, so I'm going to... She's very practical. She's just told me that. Okay. Now, Joanne, just to let you know and to let other people know, I have I do not read the comments, only what Richard puts up onto my screen. So Joanne, you may be the lucky person because I'm being told to keep it where it is. Why is this? Why is that? Okay, thank you. So Joanne, if you understand anything that I'm giving, please let me know, and it's fine if you don't. Okay. Yes. Now this is a lady I want to put into Thank you. Grandparent generation. Thank you. Right, what is it? Now, I know that she had set hair. If you're from the UK, we know this is a light perm or a set. Okay. Normally, we also have a rinse through it for certain generations, and people with lovely white hair, they'll sometimes have a blue rinse. So it gives a nice blue glow to it, or a purple glow to it. It's quite nice, actually. If my hair was white, I would do that, definitely. It's quite gentle, and you can get pink as well. I don't think they do a green or a yellow, but it's very pastel-y colours. Very nice anyway. I'm not saying that she would have this all of the time, but she would do from time to time, okay, especially if there was a special occasion coming up. Does that make sense, Joanne? She's definitely one who wants to talk a lot, and she is talking a lot, and she's definitely, if I had to put her into any profession, she would have been fantastic as one of the ladies organising everything for the WI. She should be one of those. That's Women's Institute for those who are not in the UK. And the Women's Institute is for women only. Can I just point that out? She wore glasses as well. Lovely. For those who know me and know that I just don't do glasses, but she's given me glasses. Excellent. I know you had to see. I know. I get it. I get it. I get it. I understand. Right. Does that make sense, Joanne? You understanding this lady? I know there's someone around. I know. Oh, very elegant lady. Okay. My nan had her always nice. Right. Okay. Cheekbones. Definitely had cheekbones. Right. Okay. Okay. Right. Carry on. But we don't want to assume anything. Joanne, she's just talking to me about you looking for something more, but you're not sure what that something more is at the moment. Does that make sense for you? She's talking about it in that way. Okay. I'm not going to forget about advertising the other ladies. The other ladies are Deb Clark. Thank you. And also Clara tonight at 8 p.m. Thank you very much. Okay. So I haven't forgotten about them at all. See, she's an organizer. She's definitely an organizer, always wanting to make sure everybody knows what they're doing, etc. Okay. Okay. So light there. Okay. Oh, my other nun had glasses, the one I knew. Okay. Does that are we getting probably got both of it? Yes, it does make sense. Okay, thank you. Right. I've forgotten what it makes sense. Regan as well. Apparently Regan. Hello, Regan. My grandma had her hair all short and collars tight every night, always with a blue wash. Matriarch, very much. Okay. Okay. Had glasses and looked like my. Okay, that looks like my grandma. Okay, Regan, thank you. Joanne, can I go back to Joanne? Joanne, does the picture make any sense to you? Yes, it does make sense. That's a previous one. So, Joanne, just to check, are you understanding the picture? Terry. Okay. Right. My grandma too. Glasses, heavily involved with the church. Hair always perfect. Must have been the generation. Well, yes, but okay. She always wore glasses. Short, chubby. Okay. Great. Lovely. All right. Need to divide. I need to kind of divide this up. Then I need to find a way of who I'm with. Right. Never wore trousers, always with an A-line skirt. If you think of Joan Rutherford as Miss Marple, you're almost there with this lady. Okay, not sure about the picture. Joanne, I'm going to move you out of the equation if you're not sure about the picture. So I've just got now Terry and Regan. Thank you, Joanne, for working with me. Bless you. Thank you. So I'm looking at kind of like a Margaret Rutherford is, but much more clearer. So think, oh, what's her name from the Back to the Man Born? Penelope Keith. Thank you, Penelope Keith. Think of her and think of her as this lady, but always wearing an A-line skirt, always knows where everything goes. Much in I'm going to be in charge of absolutely everyone. I keep on seeing her, a Second World War, and I feel as though she would have been with I want to say the RAF. She wore dresses. Okay, this is a skirt, definitely a skirt, because I'm seeing it's she was with the WAFs. She was with the WAFs. WAFs. Okay, she was with the WAFs. Was she with the WAFs, Sambi? Sambi, was she with the WAFs? Because I'm seeing the A-line skirt, I'm seeing that colour blue, the RAF blue. And I'm also seeing that she was definitely clipboard in hand. Oh my God, clipboard in hand. And she was organising everybody. So this is a lady who would have made, she was the one where everybody was trying to sneak around and try to kind of, oh, I'm going to go on annual leave. Yeah, you got to get past her first. Nothing escapes this lady. Nothing escapes. And it's not escaping her now. And this is why I need to make sure who I'm with. So Regan, she was short. Yes, that's good. Excellent. We got that. Dresses and skirts for my grandma. And yes, she was World War II, but not sure what. Just know she helped. Okay, fabulous. Sounds like Terry. While parents worked. Right, so she raised you while your parents worked. Okay. Regan, I don't know if are you in the UK or are you're Australian, aren't you? Okay. This is definitely World War II. This is why I feel like I'm almost with Terry here, because she can understand the World War II connection. Sorry, she's just shouting at me. Sorry. Margaret's her name. Okay. She's just shouting at me saying that her name doesn't matter. Okay. Right. Right, okay. My dad was in the RAF, but not my grandma. Okay, Terry, can you understand? Okay, Regan and Terry. Got Sandy and who else? Tracy. Okay, Sam and Stace. Okay, as well. All right. So confused. Thought I eliminated. I've got down to 2. Okay. She was still quite independent before she passed away, but she had to wear one of those silly alarm neck rings around her neck all the time, and it was always knocking into everything, and it was always going off, and she didn't really care, and she didn't really like it, but she felt that she had to wear it. He was in the army. Okay, but she wore one of those alarm things that go around the neck. She was very independent. I've got her being on her own. She loved her house plants. She had a lot of house plants, and she dealt with the house plants. She would talk to them too. You have to talk to your house plants because they like the interaction, as do all plants, by the way. I'd like to point that one out. Now, does that make sense for either one of you? By the way, she's not a sitter downer all day long. Not my grandma. She wasn't independent. Thank you, Terry. Thank you very much for working with me. No, I'm Australian and she came from England as a child. Sorry. Okay, no, that's fine, Regan. Absolutely fabulous. Thank you very much for working with me. Now we've got Stace and Sam. Okay, Sam, not ever got anything. She met my grandma while working in the ammunitions factory. She never missed a trick. Right. Does the alarm thing around her during the World War II? Okay. Stace, does the alarm around the neck thing? Do you know one of those beep things that if they fall over, they can just press a button and it goes straight, phones up? Yes, to houseplants. I'm very independent. Fabulous. Okay, I may be with you, Stacey. Says Sam B, does that make sense about the alarm and being very independent? I know, I'm getting you to type and we've only got independent. Okay. Very much independent. Right, who can understand about the alarm? No alarm. Okay, independent, but no alarm. Right, okay. Stace, does that make sense for you about the alarm? Because she's going on about this and she's calling it a silly thing. She didn't like it. If she could not have to wear it, she would prefer not to wear it. And she wore it sometimes above her clothing and sometimes more often than not underneath her clothing, so she didn't have to look at it. But she would still be very independent and go out and about. Not that it helped. It only worked while you're in the home. Yes, she had an alarm in the house she lived in, but not around her neck. But my grandma had. Right. Okay. Lovely. Can I stick with you, Stace? I'm going to stick with you. Everything's ticking well. Right. Okay. Right. Okay, Stacey, are you ready for this? Just okay, because we're going to go for the gunnel. She talked quickly, Stace. Can I just say this? She's talked quickly. Right. Okay, here we go. Now, Stace, this is not the time for you to be a childish. All right, you're going to need to make a decision about things and just get on with it. Like it or not, I know none of us like anything that we do all of the time, but we like the majority of it. So that's what we tend to do, and we get on with it. All right. You've kind of put one foot in, taken the foot out. You've done the hokey cokey with it a few times. So this is yes, okay. It's a decision that you've been making over some time, and you're kind of going yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Just one way or the other would be lovely. Just one way or the other. And by the way, you will need a clipboard because you will need to be organized in either direction that you take, either if it's a yes or if it's a no, you're still going to need to be a bit more organized. And obviously she loved her lists, and she loved her lists and her clipboard and making sure everything was ticked off and ready on time, etc. She hasn't been. Right, so you haven't been on time recently. Is that right, Stace? And that things haven't been running as smoothly as you would like them to. This is the military side kind of thingy coming through. So obviously she liked the position of it, and she liked knowing what, where, when, how, who, what, where. I know there's a lot of information there. It's a lot of information. Right, okay. Yes, it's about getting my writing finished. What can you, please? Procrastinated? We call it procrastinating instead of dawdling over it. So have you been dawdling over it? To put it in her words, my words is procrastinating over it. Yeah, I'll get it done. It's almost there. Actually, the ending is just as important as the beginning. All right. So with whatever you're doing, the ending is as important, if not more important, than the beginning. All right. So once you've hooked them in, you just got to keep them there. And then it's the end, because people like to skip to the end. So please, can you channel in, make time. You have got the time. And I know you're sitting there, me kind of going, no, I don't have the time. This is where the clipboard and pen comes in, because actually you do have time to do it. Yes, doing lists of things, putting them in order, and my time management has been rubbish. Okay, so understand how long something. And yes, I've been dawdling, bless you. It is a case of getting it all under control now. All right. I know it's really, really hard when you're procrastinating, because your mind wanders and flits from one thing to the other. When you're sitting there, make that list. That's one thing done. All right. And if that means ticking it off that you've written a list, then do it. But just do one thing, even if it's just one thing a day. Just one thing a day. Preferably she would like 3, but we'll work up to it if it's been really struggled recently. And I'm trying to talk really quickly because I'm running over time. But Stacey, this is what you're going to need to do, all right? And start practicing it now, because you're wanting to get ready for New Year. And New Year, you're going to need to have that space to do the other projects that you've got on plan in your mind to do for the end of next year, okay? So we need to clear this one. It needs to be cleared off the decks, okay? And I can't give you a pack of dark cards yet either. And I wanted to give you a pack of cards, and I needed to give you the 8 of hearts, number 8 of hearts, 8 of hearts. Okay, so that is to do with double love, double love, double love, double love, double love. So heart split, heart split, heart split, heart split, heart split. Okay, all right, I'm getting there. Heart split. Okay, starting to do one thing at a time. Fabulous. Okay, great. Fabulous. Fabulous. Who was Welsh? Someone was Welsh. 29. Fabulous. 12th. 23. Thank you. Excellent. There we go. Does 03 mean anything to you? Oh, I've got a future date for you. 2103. Does that mean anything to you? Because that's what I've written. I've written 2103 at the bottom of the date, not 2023, which it should be. All right. So yes, that's quite far in advance. Kind of like almost like 100 years, but you know, hey ho. But yes, that's what I've got for you today. So hopefully that will make sense. All right. So please do. I know that you started doing best friends live in Wales. Okay. If you haven't been in contact with them, can you please make sure that you're in contact with them? Because I've got a good strong brew on the go for whoever it is. All right. There's a good strong brew sitting there ready to go in a good teapot as well, because they like their strong tea as well. So not too much milk. Need to keep the flavour, not too much milky. So how's that, guys? Yeah, so you're happy with that, Stacey? Again, oh yes, lovely. So she just 21st, I can take the month and March I can take for birthdays. Fabulous. Excellent. Thank you. The other thing is that she had a problem with her mouth, and she had ulcers, didn't she, in her mouth as well. She's just I just had a quick look at the picture, and she's kind of going, yeah, her mouth, she had problems with her mouth and her teeth and all the rest of it. The dentist never fit. So they kind of rubbed, and she had sores and all sorts. Bless her. Very uncomfortable for her. So there we are. There we are. Now, before I disappear from the wonderful YouTube land, thank you so much for being here this evening. I'm next going to be here on the 4th of January 2024. Is that right, Richard? Just checking. Sam Steiner, he's singing. You're welcome, Stacey. That's today. He's looking, he said, I've got you for the 29th. And I said, yes, that's today. The 4th. The 4th. So may the 4th be with you at 6 p.m. 2024. Yeah. So remember, please, Clara is going to be here at 8 p.m. Please do join her. She'd love to. Clara? Yep, 45 minutes. And Deb, lovely Deb, who's been here as well this evening, she will be with you and giving readings and messages tomorrow at 8 p.m. So have a happy new year. Enjoy your New Year celebrations, however, which way they come. And I look forward to seeing you all in 2024. Okay. So enjoy your evenings, and do remember my details, emilyjbaker.co.uk. You can email me through there, or just contact me through Facebook at Emily Psychic Artist. And I'd love to see you next year. Take care now. Bye.